So to continue with our chapter, in this video we will discuss the division of sectors on the basis of working conditions at employment. So there are two divisions, one is organized sector and second one is unorganized sector. So what is organized sector? The sector which carries out all activities through a system and follows all government rules and regulation is called organized sector. And unorganized sector means the sector that evades most of the laws, means not follows laws and it is outside the government control, that is unorganized sector. So now distinguish between organized and unorganized sector. According to terms of employment, organized sector has fixed working hours. According to rule and regulation, workers works fixed working hours, and in unorganized sector no fixed working hours, means if employees wants more services then he or she can take workers to employ for 10 or 12 hours. Actually according to law 8 hours working are fixed. In organized sector overtime wages paid, but in unorganized sector no overtime wages paid to the workers. And in organized sector appointment letter issued at the time of employment and salary received on fixed date. But in unorganized sector no appointment letter is issued and salary is also irregular. Regarding government control, organized sector is registered with the government and it follows rules and regulations given under various laws. But unorganized sector is outside the control of government and it do not follow any rules and regulations. Regarding job security, organized sector provides job security to the worker, and unorganized sector there is no job security and people may be asked to leave at any time. Social security benefits, organized sector provides paid leaves, sick leaves, provident fund, medical and health facilities, etc. to its workers, and unorganized sector do not provide any paid leaves or sick leaves or any medical or health benefits to its workers. That is distinguished between both sectors. We can see that in our organized sector workers are exploited. So how to protect the workers of unorganized sector? In case of rural areas, in rural areas people like cobblers, small and marginal farmers, weavers, carpenters, etc. work in unorganized sector. They can be protected by providing loans at low rate of interest. They can be provided loans at low rate of interest so that they can be saved from exploitation of their employers, and providing inputs at subsidized rates, because they are poor people not getting more salaries and benefits, so we can provide them subsidized rates inputs. And thirdly, we can give adequate storage and transportation facilities to the poor farmers or workers, providing marketing outlets for sale of goods. So we can help small weavers, carpenters and marginal farmers by providing them marketing facilities. And in case of urban areas, workers in small scale industry, casual workers at construction sites, rickshaw puller, rag pickers are ones working in unorganized sector, and they can be protected by providing loans at low rate of interest so that they can do their own work. and giving them support for marketing of their products if they are manufacturing small scale industry goods or their own some small products, or helping them in procuring raw material at cheap rates. So we can help them if they are working in unorganized sector by providing these facilities. Now last topic of this chapter is classification of sectors on the basis of ownership. So according to ownership, there are two divisions, private sector and public sector. Private sector is the sector in which ownership of the assets and delivery of services is in hands of few individual or persons like Reliance, Kingfisher, etc. are private ownership assets, and public sector is the sector in which ownership of the assets and delivery of services is in hands of the government. Means government owned assets are called public sector. For example, MTNL and Indian Railways are examples of public sector. It is under control of government.